Hello YouTube. Right, we are off. Friday afternoon. On our way to Shropshire. Just leaving Maidstone now. About 215 miles to go to the bunkhouse. Saying about 3 hours 45, so that's not too bad. Not gonna lie, I've had a bit of a shaky start. Everything was going to plan until I tried to put the panniers on. I put a second-hand rack on the bike, and I've got second-hand panniers that I've used on the Classic, and they fitted perfectly. But when I went to fit it on the Givey rack on this bike, they wouldn't click into place properly. So I had to take the bracket off the Classic, the little bit that it fixes onto, and put it on the NC, and it still didn't work. But then I jiggled it around a bit and it slotted in and it clicked, and I've wobbled them about a lot and they're staying put. But I've also put a ratchet strap around the handles to take a bit of the strain, just in case. I'm going to take it a bit steady because I'm a little bit paranoid about it, because if they fall off while I'm riding, it's going to chuck the centre of balance all over the place and it could throw me off. But yeah, I did all that, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit hot in this army suit. I was going to put thermals and everything on as well, but I quickly became apparent I wouldn't need any of that. But yes, I was sweating, so it'd be good to get some miles under my belt. Like I say, I'm going to take it a little bit easy with these panniers for a while till I'm confident. But yeah, it's going to be a long old slog, so I'll sign off for now. Yeah, this is what the A2 looks like at 2:45 on a Friday afternoon. Just coming onto the M25, looks pretty clear. It's all good. Left hand tunnel, so I've just got to the front of the queue, not sure what's going on. Traffic officer just went down with flashing lights on. On some tankers to go through. There's 3 of them now in a row. We've been sitting here for 10 minutes, at least it's not bloody raining, but the traffic's now backing up on the right hand bridge. Oh, now they've shut that. So now we'll probably have to wait for that to be cleared, and then we'll be able to go. After that, the tankers have gone through. I don't know why they just didn't shut it all at once. Who knows? This guy's through. There's about 8 tankers there now. Right hand side tunnel started moving a couple of minutes ago, so it looks like when this lot have gone through, we should be on our way again. Almost half an hour later, started to rain as well. Brilliant. I've got a pizza in my front, but I haven't dared get it out, just in case we start moving. That was starting to do my head in a little bit. The rain's caught up with me. Never mind, we're going now, half an hour later. It's all gone biblical. Bloody Nora. As far as I could tell though, the old army onesie's holding out. I've got dry hands, I know that much. Bloody hell. Hopefully I'm going to get out the other side before it starts dumping its load, because the sky up front looks a little bit better. But yeah, it's getting quite dark now, and it's only 10 to 4. I reckon if we hadn't been stuck by the tunnel for half hour, we'd have missed most of this. There it comes. Go to the Dragon Rally, they said. It would be fun, they said. Well, I'm not kidding, YouTube. That was probably some of the worst weather I've ridden through. I had about an hour of torrential rain. There was so much spray coming up. It was, oh well, I felt it was getting a bit dangerous. I started thinking about calling it. Started thinking about pulling off, finding somewhere well, just see what the weather was doing, because if it carried on like that, yeah, it's not much fun. The water has gone through my my army onesie. I've got the old heated grips on now. I've got a wet neck. Yeah, not much fun. But it seems to have stopped for a bit. Yeah, we'll see. What we got? 2.5 hours to go. I mean, if it stays like this, I'll push on, but if it starts getting bad again, that M25 was horrendous, horrendous, and it didn't help that I got stuck at the tunnel. But hey ho, we'll see what happens. That was scary. Whoa! I was bombing down in that right-hand lane, overtaking a lorry, and I just lost everything, lost all power. Put the old hazards on, went round the back of the lorry, jumped up on the fucking verge, but didn't have enough momentum to get the rear up, so the rear was poking out. There was no hard shoulder. Oh. Managed to just about push it up, and what had happened, it was either the heated grips or the muff. It fucking hit the kill switch. So yeah, I didn't need that. Bombing down the M1 at fucking 70, sorry for the swearing. I thought that was it. There is going to be some services soon that I was considering pulling off at to fill up and stuff. Maybe get a coffee. I'm definitely going to pull off now just to have a little look at that. So YouTube, after I had my little episode on the M1 hitting the kill switch, I pulled off at the next services around Milton Keynes, just to sort of get myself together, have something to eat and a coffee. Took 20 minutes in there, went back out, and it was absolutely hacking it down. Daylight disappeared as well, so it was dark. Got back on the M1, and I think I rode for about, I don't know, 10-15 miles or something, but it wasn't safe. I was being overtaken by lorries and getting caught in there. All the spray was coming up, and I didn't feel comfortable going any faster, because what would happen with the kill switch, and in the darkness I couldn't actually see the kill switch, so I was a little bit concerned about it happening again, and then me, well, having nowhere to go basically, because there was no hard shoulder. So I felt that it was a bit too dangerous in the conditions. It was absolutely pissing it down. So I decided to come off at the next services and find somewhere to stay. So I got off at Watford Gap, had a little Google, and there was this hotel on the southbound side. What's it called? Days Inn, 39 quid. This is what you get for 39 quid. I don't think that's too shabby at all. Nice big double bed. So I got all my stuff there drying. I've given the receptionist, she's taken my army onesie and my trousers, and she's whacking them through the tumble dryer. But it's a room with a view. But who gives a shit? It's out of the rain, and I'm sorry for all the swearing in this video. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know whether I'm going to carry on or disappear back home. I've got it's probably about maybe 3.5 hours to Conway, which is the checkpoint where we get the details of where we're going to camp, and it's probably about maybe 2 hours back home. The weather forecast, Louis has said, is rain all tomorrow and all tomorrow night. I think he's decided to go back home. I don't think he's going to go camping. And I've got a feeling I might do the same. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. See how I feel after a good night's sleep. But yeah, it's nice to be out of that rain and in the dry. And yeah, gonna have a good night's sleep. Cup of tea now. So we'll find out. This could be the end of the video, or it could not be. Who knows? Anyway, good night. I'll catch you later. Alright, well, it's just sort of spitting at the moment. Last time I came out it was raining. Done all my checks. Yeah, so just get the old sat nav on, make sure the bike starts, and we'll get on the road. Which way will I be going though? North or south? There we go. Old monkey's got a bit of a soaking. Phone just about held out from the onslaught. Proper minging yesterday. That's the worst I've ridden in a long time. In fact, probably since the last time I was in Wales. My wife. Right, catch you in a bit. So here we go. We've just now entered Warwickshire. So I'm going north. Decided to carry on for a little bit and see what happens. Right, YouTube, we've just entered Warwickshire. Yeah, we're going north. 2 hours 49 away from the Dragon Rally. Well, for the meeting point anyway, where you get directions to the actual rally site. Need to get in that lane. I'm going a bit quick. Yeah, it's just got bad again. This is the sort of rain that pissed me off yesterday. I can handle the sort of light stuff, but when it gets heavy, it does make me want to turn round. It was relentless yesterday. it's going to be the same today. I don't think I'm going to be going. It's quite. It's got a bit of a wind. Yeah. Yeah, it's about half an hour after the camera died. I pulled into some services and I really wasn't sure whether to carry on or turn back, come home. Couldn't make a decision up, so I decided to go and get a coffee and look at the weather forecast and see where exactly I was. I was literally halfway between home and Conwy. Weather forecast was giving out rain all day and pretty much most of the night. So yeah, after about half an hour I decided, yeah, fuck it, this is not much fun. I would have rocked up to North Wales, wet through again, and while I had dry clothes to change into, I would have had to put the wet biking gear on the next day to ride sort of about 5.5 hours back to Maidstone. So I kind of just decided to call it there. Yeah, and then obviously about 3 hours it took me to get home, and I was wet through again. The army onesie did good to a point, but yeah, I don't know that there's anything that will stop that sort of rain from seeping through. But yeah, lessons learned. I think if I hadn't, I mean, I would have liked to have got the whole day off on the Friday, because I would have got a lot closer to Wales than I did. Even Shropshire would have been, you know, a lot better than where I had to eventually call it, where it got dark. I wasn't able to get the day off work, unfortunately, so I had to bin it up there about, well, I left at 2:30 in the end. So I lost a half an hour with the panniers. I lost a half an hour at Dartford Crossing, so I would have been an hour ahead. So yeah, maybe I would have got to Shropshire. But it's all ifs and buts. You learn, you live and you learn. The incident with the kill switch, what was happening was the muffs were getting blown back onto my levers, and I was a bit concerned that they was applying a bit of pressure to my front brake. When I noticed this, I pushed my fingers forward a little bit to take the pressure off, and that's when it caused the kill switch to flick off. But yeah, I'm under no illusion that at 70 miles an hour in a middle lane, in those sort of conditions, wet, losing all power to your bike, that was a near miss. And then having to sort of try and bump it up onto the grass verge with all the traffic coming towards me. The rear of the motorcycle was stuck out because I didn't have enough momentum to get the back up. So and then I was pushing it onto wet grass. Yeah, that wasn't fun. I'm just glad that I figured out what had happened very quick and got back on the road. But even rejoining the motorway was sketchy because of the traffic was coming towards me quite fast in all that rain. So yeah, I think that sort of did my confidence in a little bit, but it was the right decision to do. I tried to push on a little bit after the stop, but yeah, it was dark by then, and I was concerned about the kill switch thing happening again. So booking.com was my friend. Shout out to the Days Inn at the Watford Gap. That was like a little was it a Mirage they call it? But yeah, whatever the word is. That sorted me right out. Got out of the wet, got warm. They dried my clothes for me, and then yeah, tried to push on the next day. But yeah, the decision was made. Oh, the panniers, one of the panniers in the top box leaked as well, so I had a little pool of water in them. But next year I might give it a go again. Never say never. I'll just make sure I get the Friday off and get as close to it as possible in the one day, so I don't have so far to go if it does rain or snow or whatever. But yeah, you never learn. I'm not going to beat myself up. It is what it is. We'll see you on the next one, which I don't know what that'll be, but yeah, there'll be something coming up soon, hopefully. Right, ride safe. Take it easy, YouTube. See you later.